EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they called the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Scott. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On third down, it's Scott, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. That'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Off the option, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Here's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really
Come on, man. I gotta get that tackle.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams on defense, and they blitz more in the beginning to get them going.
Oh, my God, yo.
Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Running left, it's Fournette. Pushes him over. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Jones now to throw on third down. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a give to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2
Nigga
yards.
is cold in the room.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2.
Oh, how you missed that?
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A handoff, Fournette running left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Open man here is Scott, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
They're playing a perfect fucking game on me, man. Fuck.
As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, No
you got to
way.
protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to
Damn.
win and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll find Jones again, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Out to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
The arm strength is horrible.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon in charge.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff to Dillon. Fights off the defender, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit.
Oh!
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They go play action with Hurts. Flushed out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Dillon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A.J. Dillon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
Classrooms with your students without knowing vaccination status and national masking. I want to reassure you that the safety of our students, families, staff, and community.
So a tie ball game here as the kicks away.
We will continue to watch COVID rates in our surrounding areas and follow CDC guidelines.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And they'll give to Scott here on the option. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Reassure you that the safety of our students, families, staff, and community continues to be of the utmost importance. We will continue to watch COVID rates in our surrounding CDC and county guidelines.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Trying to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Jones on third down. Now looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson.
Get that motherfucker out. Touchdown, man. Get that motherfucker out. That's a touchdown.
Exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So that'll back them up 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He'll get that complete to
Come on!
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down.
Oh my God!
DeVonta Smith, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette.
What the
Taking it
fuck?
across midfield and just shy of the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 33.
It's a block.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big batter.
3rd and inch.
I mean, that's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 2nd down, back to Fournette. Fournette fighting through. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
82 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. Fournette.
What the?
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Reagan offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
Second and 11 now.
He's back to throw. On the move to his left.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the
Hey,
plan was
tell
to
me.
get over the top
You
of the
tell
deep
me,
ball.
sir.
They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right.
Able to find Jones. And he will make his way out of bounds. That stops the clock, but they'll have something else to consider now. It's 4th down here.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him.
Can't fucking throw.
Really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete, so their final drive comes up empty.
You can't throw for nothing, yo. God dang.
Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go forward, see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Falcons, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now for the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they